Ready to buy your first home in Memphis? Hold up. Before you dive in to the market, let's talk about the top 5 mistakes first-time homebuyers make. And trust me, you'll want to avoid these mistakes. Could save you thousands of dollars. Welcome to living in Memphis in the Mid-South. We are diving into the most common missteps first-time homebuyers make from Collierville to the heart of Memphis, Tennessee. There are many key things you'll want to avoid to make your home buying experience as smooth as possible. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Memphis in the Mid-South, then hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know all of my market trends and my latest videos. All right, I'm Amy Clark with Realtors. I'm licensed in Mississippi and in Tennessee, and I can help you make that move as smooth as possible. We get calls every day from people just like you getting ready to move into the Memphis market, and I want to help you make that dream a reality. Now let's talk about the mistakes first-time homebuyers make. Okay, so let's talk about the top 5 mistakes that first-time homebuyers make when they're looking for a house. Okay, skipping the pre-approval process. Okay, so if you were going to skip your pre-approval process and you make an agent go out there and show you a house, that's the house you love, you've seen it, and you want to buy it, you're not pre-approved. Someone else saw it yesterday, they pre-approved through a lender, and they're writing their offer today. You don't know what people did yesterday. Let's have your ducks in a row first. Let's get that pre-approval done. So contact the realtor you're gonna talk to with whatever city you're moving to, and they will have lenders, local lenders, 1 or 2 or 3. You can pick and choose who you'd like to use. You can compare their rates. They will all have different rates, so that's a good tip to know. That could save you lots and lots of money on a loan by using someone that is local and they had a better rate than another person. So your realtor can put you in the right direction for that process. Get pre-approved so that once you're pre-approved and you have that paper in your hand, we can send it, and it tells the seller that you're very serious about buying a house. So that is first most important step. And I know people don't really think that that's important, but it really is. You could lose out on the house you really like, and it may not come on the market again. So, all right, and it gives you an upper hand. I mean, it really does. You're ready to go. All your ducks are in a row, and you're done. You're ready, so you can make an offer at any time that you want to. So the second mistake is not understanding the local market. So, and the local market can influence your buying decisions as well. So several years ago, a house would come on the market and it would be sold in less than 3 hours, less than 24 hours. People did not get a chance to go in there and look at the house and make their decisions. They had to make those decisions right away. And they didn't have to, so they had to be pre-approved. You had to have your ducks together, and you had to just make all kinds of decisions so fast, and people were buying houses. And you had 14, 15, 30, 55 people all with their offers in. And the top offer got it, and the offer with the less contingencies got it. But today, houses are sitting on the market for 3 months or longer. So that's good for the buyer. You can go see the house a couple of times. You can really make your decisions, weigh in all your options. How much is this really gonna cost me? Is this the house for me? Do I need to look at another one? You have time in today's market to do that. You can actually see the house, talk to your realtor, how much do you wanna pay for it? What all the terms of the offer is gonna be. You can even ask the seller for paying some of your closing costs, or paying for other things, or leaving some of their furniture, or you have options right now that you didn't have a few years ago. So that's good for the buyer. All right, so that's just, if you contact your local realtor that you're gonna work with, they will know the local market and tell you exactly how you need to move forward and putting your best foot forward to impress the seller, but to get the best deal for you. So that's what we're trying to do here, is get you the best deal and maybe get the seller to pay for some of those closing costs from your lender. The next thing we're going to talk about is underestimating the cost of home ownership. Closing costs are the costs that your lender has to get the loan. So closing costs are typically 3% of the house. So when you're buying a house, you're going to have your earnest money, you're going to have your down payment, You're gonna have closing costs. Closing costs can be $10, $15, $20, $20,000, and they cannot be financed. You have got to have that money in the bank. So earnest money, good faith money, you're gonna buy the house, your closing costs, your down payment, and you also need money for inspections. If you have to get a well inspection, a septic inspection, a full home inspection, maybe you need a pool inspection, you need all these inspections. These things can add up, and it could cost maybe $1,000 or so just for the inspections alone. So those are things you need to know going into buying a house. Don't go in buying a house when you don't have any money. So you need to have some money first. The fourth thing, my favorite, is ignoring resale value. This may be the perfect house for you. You love this house. This house is the only one I can ever have. I'm gonna live here forever. It's my forever house. Well, maybe you have a baby. Maybe you need more space. Maybe you need a one-story house now instead of a two-story. Downsizing, upsizing, job change, move across the country. A number of things can happen. And now, I know you always want to stay in your house the whole time. I would like you to stay there too. But when I'm showing you a house, I'm gonna be the one telling you, let's think about when you sell it. Why? Because you need to make sure you have a sellable house. If you live next door to the railroad track, next door to an interstate, your backyard lines up, you can see the interstate. If you live next door to the city dump, if you live next door, you know, all of these things, you know, will affect the resale value. So when I'm looking at a house, yes, I want to sell you the house and I want you to have the best house you can. I'm also looking at, are you going to have trouble selling it at the end of it? Is it in a great neighborhood? Is it in a, you know, a neighborhood that has power lines going right through the center of it? Is it in a neighborhood that has the cell tower next door? Are you close to schools? Are you close to shopping? Are you close to hospitals? All these things you need to think about that will help you in the future sell your house. If you're buying in a less developed area, you want to make sure that what's coming in the future. You know, normally cities have plans about 10 years out of what they're going to do to develop that city out. So you could be living in a rural area 10 years ago, you could be living in a very populated area in the next 10 years. So it just depends. All these things can easily change. And remember, if you do not buy the trees, are those trees going to stay there? That's not on your lot. You can always assume the trees will go. The trees will always be cut down. If you don't buy them, if they're not on your property, those trees are going to go. So that's one of my biggest tips. If you don't buy them, they're not yours, and you will assume that the trees will be eventually cut down and developed over there. All right, the biggest problem in buying a house that first-time home buyers make, and you know, not only first-time home buyers, everybody, buying a house is such an emotional decision. You can have ups and downs, highs and lows. You can go through all of these emotions in the same day. The offer was not accepted. The offer was accepted. You know, we got a good appraisal. Our appraisal didn't come back good. All these things can come in and out. But letting the emotions take you by the wheel, buying a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and it's a huge financial one. It's easy to get swept up in the beauty of a kitchen remodel or a spacious backyard. Let's stay focused on the bigger picture. When you walk into your house, if you can see yourself living there, things are easy to overlook like flaws. So the charm of an older house or the character of an older house might be good. You might think that that's what you need, but what are the financial decisions behind that? You could be buying, so they say, a money pit. But you need to have a list of your must-haves, and you need to have a list of the things that you can live with and you can live without. So make these decisions and leave the emotions out of it. That's hard to do, but you need to stay grounded and keep your finances in order. And now for my bonus tip. Don't forget to get a home inspection. They are optional. You don't have to get them. You really should get a home inspection. You never know what's behind the walls. You don't know if hot water heaters may be at the end of its life, or the roof is at the end of its life. So, and this home inspection will be 60 to 100 pages. They will give you a very detailed description of all of the systems in your house: plumbing, electrical, roofing, flooring, carpets, not really, it's not gonna be anything about decorations or fixtures. It's gonna be, does it work, does it not work? And so you'll have this to always refer back to, so you know when to change the smoke detectors, so you know when to change your air filters and your air conditioning, and also it'll give you the makes and models and age of all of the appliances and features inside your house. So it's worth every penny. Always get a home inspection. Well, they range in our area. A home inspection can average about $500. So $500 to know exactly what's going on in your house. All right, so there you have it. We just went over the top 5 mistakes first-time homebuyers make. Don't forget, don't get pre-approved first before you see the house of your dreams. Understand your market. Do you have time to sit down and think about and make this decision? This is a big financial decision. Number 3, understand what it costs to own a house. It's not cheap, but it's yours in the long run. It's great. Home ownership is a very prideful thing. It's wonderful. Ignoring resale value. Where is this house located? Is it located by the sewage dump and it smells every Saturday? That kind of thing. We want to be able to resell that house if you need to ever make a move. And number 5, letting your emotions drive your decisions. It's an emotional process buying a house in the first place, but if you make decisions based on emotions, you can't buy this. I can't not buy this house. I have to buy this house because of its charm or its character or it's this or it's that. And then you realize you bought a money pit. So hold on those things. So I just wanted to let my first-time home buyers and my future home buyers know that I'm here to help you make that move into Memphis and the Mid-South as smooth as possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, and let's connect. Contact me and I'll help you be a very well-informed first-time home buyer.